Do you feel like you have a lack of clarity in your business? No progress? Things aren't getting done? Well, today what I'm going to be sharing with you is going to be exactly how to solve those three feelings you have so you can release your business and allow it to grow. The basic thing that we're going to be talking about is how to build an execution system for your business that's going to improve the amount of accountability, improve the speed at which things get done, and also the quality at which they are done. So this is going to really drive your business forward. So there's really three main topics we're going to be talking about today. One, we're going to be going over an accountability chart, breaking down the roles of the business based on your strengths and your team's strengths. Number two is we're going to be talking about the communication structure you and your business need in order to prosper. Number three is we're going to be talking about KPIs and the critical nature that they exist. It allows you to predict and project exactly what you need to do in the future and what to get your goals in the future and what you need to do today to make that happen. So my name's Chandler Saine, and what I do for people is I help businesses who are doing inconsistent deals in the wholesale real estate space go from doing inconsistent deals monthly to doing consistent deals monthly through our Level Up Coaching Mastermind program. If you want to find out any more details, the link's always below. But for this video, I'm going to be giving you guys full value on exactly how to build your execution system. So we're going to roll right into it, starting with the accountability chart, and I'm going to show you our accountability chart for a team of 32 people. Basically, we're going to roll right into how to use that accountability chart. If you don't have an accountability chart, what this is going to solve is if you're feeling like you don't know what other people are doing, maybe that's your partners, maybe it's your employees, if not everyone's in their zone of genius, if everyone's stepping on each other's feet, if you're feeling like any of these things, then you really need to get an accountability chart drawn up. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you exactly our chart and how it's used for a multiple seven-figure wholesaling company. I'm showing you now my accountability chart. Let me make sure it's actually showing. Okay. All right, so it's actually showing. So I'm showing you here my accountability chart, and basically what this is very, very important. Even if you're just getting started, it's you and a partner, you have a small team, no matter what situation it is going to be very important for you to have because it creates division within the company, and it creates different companies within the company. So the way that we kind of run it is, I'll just go through and actually just show you first. So basically at the top, we have CEO, COO, Gino, myself, and then we essentially have our team of directors down here. So basically, we have our marketing director, and again, I'll let you pause this at any point in time if you want to just stop and copy it. But I'm just going to roll over the way the chart is set up for our company, and then I'm going to roll through exactly how you set it up, the ways to think about it, how to see this. So here's how we have it set up. So basically, Stelly is responsible for all these different teams, so a little bit of middle management in there. And then we have a lead manager director who's responsible for these things, acquisitions director responsible for these things, director of title responsible for these things, director of investment sales, which is dispositions, responsible for these things, and then a head of finance responsible for these things. So really, what does an accountability chart mean? So basically what it means is that in these boxes, it shows whoever's name is at the top. Basically, they are responsible for these things that get done. Doesn't mean they're doing them. Just means they're accountable and they're responsible for them being done. So it drives them to drive innovation. So the way that we look at this is if you're the lead manager director, you're the CEO of lead management. If you're the acquisitions director, you're the CEO of acquisitions, title, dispositions, whatever it is. You're the CEO of that department, that company. So you're driving all the change and you're driving all the innovation within that team and department. And this is a really big shift from looking at it from where the CEO, COO are driving all the innovation. You just have order takers. We want someone who's going to be in these roles, who's going to be really pushing the business forward. So that's number one. Number two is how do you build this and how do you get yourself involved in this actual accountability chart? So I'm going to stop sharing my screen because it's not really beneficial anymore. But the way that you want to look at this is you want to have this accountability chart drawn out because you want to know what you're responsible for and what are you doing. And then what you want to do is, because most people are looking and searching for that financial freedom, that time to basically become, not in their business and work on their business, then what you want is you want your name everywhere. And what you're going to see is when you make this chart, your name is probably going to be in like all the boxes. And your goal is to work yourself out of the lowest revenue generating boxes and put yourself into your sweet spot, your strong suit, and where you can bring the company the most money. So why the accountability chart is one of the more important pieces of your entire business structure is because it shows clarity to the entire team on what their responsibility is, how do they fit in the organization, and how do they impact and grow the company to make more money. All right, so with consistent communication and building a communication program that's going to drive execution is going to be very vital as you're growing an organization. At any stage, it's going to be vital. So some of the things you might be feeling if you need this is that no problems are getting solved, and there's just like things that keep getting rehashed every week. Oh, I still have the same problem that's nagging me for weeks, and there's no solutions. There's just being problems, and nothing is being taken care of. If you feel that way, this is going to be a really critical piece of the pie to grow your business and kind of give your business an operating system and a rhythm. So what do I mean by this? In the communication it's basically the way you plan, set goals, and then how do you execute those. So the way we roll this is we have a annual meeting. That annual meeting is going to basically set the goals and the budget and your key metrics for the year. What do you want to accomplish? What key things do we need to really push over for an annual basis to really make these things happen, from hiring, from metrics, and all that stuff. Then once we have an annual goal, then we break it down into quarterly meetings where we have a quarterly goal and a quarterly meeting to kind of put together a game plan for exactly how we're going to reach that annual plan, that annual goal. Then we have weekly leadership meetings, which are the highest level hour and a half you can spend with your leadership team per week. And this is basically going to drive us towards our quarterly goal. So every 7 days, we're going to be driving towards our quarterly goals. I'm going to explain how this all works and how each piece of the puzzle works in a second. So even a further micro meeting after our leadership meeting is going to be your departmental meetings. And these are going to be daily. They're going to be held daily. And they're going to be really pushing towards hitting your weekly goals as the leadership team. And the reason why this is so important in the departmental meetings is because you need to basically on the front lines be creating new things, training all the time, and like correcting the course of the ship on a very daily basis. Because if you're correcting a ship that's 10 degrees off course and it's a big ship, then it's much longer to get it back on course than if it's like half a degree. And that's what the daily departmental meetings do, is they help you course correct when you're half a degree off. And then the final meeting would be an afternoon sales training, and this is really just a strong cadence for your sales team to help them get trained more and also to have better communication, problem solving, and all these different things to push the day forward.